Hi people! Period dramas have always been one of those genres that we adore. They are fun, cozy, romantic, and aesthetically pleasing, providing us with the ultimate escapism from the horrors of our world. Therefore, whenever we are hit by a harsh series that makes us gasp, we feel the need to follow it with a cozy period drama to tame the tension. They are the perfect fillers in between realistic action, drama, or thriller series, and thus, we believe they are an ultimate must-have for any streaming platform or TV channel. That being said, we all have to acknowledge the fact that there are very few period dramas out there in comparison to their necessity within the sector. We don't think our demands for period dramas are met in the production of these shows. Instead, we're forced to rewatch our favorites over and over again. Of course, we don't complain to watch these types of shows multiple times. However, we believe the more is the merrier, and thus demand more period dramas so that we have a variety of options. Unfortunately, there are only a couple of new period dramas each year, which is way less than any other genre. The good news is the majority of these period dramas are pretty good quality productions, and thus even though they didn't satisfy us quantity-wise as far as the quality is concerned, we have been highly pleased with them. One of those shows was Sanditon, a brand new Jane Austen adaptation that made her fans go crazy. The reason why we were so hyped over Sanditon was the fact that the majority of us have never heard of such a book before, despite being Austen fans. It turned out that this was an incomplete work of Austen as she didn't have the chance to finish it before dying at a very young age. So most of her fans overlooked this book and pretended as if it never existed. Thankfully, Andrew Davies came to the scene a few years ago and decided to adapt the book into a TV show and give an ending to it after 2 centuries of being written. We felt very much lucky to welcome the show, especially after seeing the name of Theo James in the cast. The first season was a complete blessing as it showed James in all of his glory. Unfortunately though, he decided to leave the show after the first season, which was a major surprise for us, the fans. Even though it's been years since he has been gone, we're still trying to figure out why he left the series. After the first season, James said the following: "Although I relish playing Sidney for me, I've always maintained that his journey concluded as I wanted it to." The interesting thing is the fact that his wife is still in the show as the wife of Sidney, which makes us believe that James has no problem with the series and he truly believes that this was the proper ending for his character. Unfortunately, even the show's writers struggled to fill the gap his character left. According to Chris Marshall, who plays Tom Parker in the series, James' departure doesn't necessarily mean that Sidney Parker is absent in the series. He's still there. Obviously, you could take that it's quite a brutal end to the character, but it draws a line under it as well. So if you carry on, you go, okay, it's a new branch, but he's not forgotten. Sidney's there throughout, and I think Tom's journey in Series 2 is all about dealing with the grief of Sidney's passing, without really ever mentioning it until later on. What do you think about Theo James' departure from Sanditon? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.